Applications are stressful, but they're also really exciting. It's a time where you get to reflect on everything you've done throughout your academic career so far and try to find meaning in it. It's an opportunity to step into a new chapter of your life. You have all these visions about how this is going to be the best next few years of your life. And that's really exciting. And while applications do take a lot of work, especially if you're applying to college, there's a few things that you can do to make sure that you stay motivated throughout this entire process. The first tip I have for you guys is to stay motivated, is to give yourself little rewards or pats on the back for completing different milestones. For example, once you finish writing one of your essays, treat yourself to something nice. Maybe like a nice meal out with friends or a new book from your favorite author. I know that when I was applying to college, I had set this goal for myself that once I finished writing my personal statement, which was the hardest part for me, that I would go out and buy myself a present. And I did that, and it helped me stay motivated because I was like, okay, I deserve this. I worked really hard and now I have something nice to show for it. So that's a good way to keep track of your progress and reward yourself for your achievements. Another thing that I did whenever I was working on my applications was that I would plan ahead of time what exactly I wanted to do each day. And I know that sounds obvious, but let me explain. I had a planner, and every night before I went to bed, I would write down what I wanted to do the next day. So I knew exactly what I had to accomplish by the end of the day. And not only did I have a visual reminder of what I had to do, but I also didn't have to waste any time figuring out what I should work on, because I already knew, so I could just go right into the work. That saved me a lot of time and energy overall and helped me focus more effectively. Another thing that I did was that I made sure to talk to my family and friends about how I was feeling throughout the entire application process. I didn't want to burden them with hearing me complain about my applications over and over again, but I did have a couple of people who I would vent to from time to time. If you don't have anyone close to you that you can talk to about this, you can always talk to your school counselor or a teacher that you're close with. They're probably used to dealing with students who are stressed about applications, and they might be able to help you, or even consider talking to a therapist or a mental health professional. Talking about how you feel can be really helpful for keeping you sane throughout this process. Another thing that I did to stay motivated was that I created this vision board for myself. It wasn't really a vision board in the traditional sense, because I didn't cut out pictures from magazines and paste them onto poster boards. I did it more digitally using Pinterest. But basically I had this board where I collected pictures and quotes that inspired me or reminded me of why I wanted to apply for certain programs or schools. I didn't look at it every single day, but every once in a while I would open it up and remind myself of the reasons as to why I had decided to put myself through this stressful process. And it helped me get back on track when I was feeling unmotivated. Another thing that I did was that I tried to think of my future self and how I would feel if I had not applied to the programs I wanted to apply to. Would I regret it? Yes. Would I be disappointed in myself? Also yes. Sometimes you just need a little bit of a reality check to realize that you really do want to push yourself to finish these applications, because otherwise you might be tempted to give up. So I tried to imagine how I would feel if I had not applied, and it helped motivate me to finish the rest of my applications. Something else that was really helpful for me was that I made sure to avoid comparing myself to other people. Applications are already stressful enough as it is, and I think that comparing yourself to others will just add unnecessary pressure onto your plate. I know that we live in a very competitive environment, and it can be hard not to compare yourself to others. But try your best to focus on your own goals and dreams instead of what everyone else wants from you. we tend to focus a lot on what we still have to do rather than what we have already done. And I think that's why taking some time to appreciate what you have already done can be so helpful. You've gotten this far, and you should be proud of yourself for that. The next tip I have for you is to manage your time wisely. This is easier said than done, I know, but try your best to set aside specific times during the day where you can work on your applications. Make sure that these times are realistic though. Don't set aside 3 hours in the morning when you know that you never wake up early. Start off small. Maybe set aside 30 minutes each day, and then slowly work your way up. Having specific times set aside to work on your applications will prevent you from procrastinating, because you know that during those specific times, you should be working on your applications. By following the tips that I mentioned earlier, you can make sure that you stay motivated throughout the entire journey. Remember to be kind to yourself. Take breaks when you need to, and celebrate your accomplishments along the way. You got this. Now I'm going to leave another video right after this one. If you're interested in watching that next, I highly recommend you checking it out. But if not, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.